a rebound. Tried to save it. Ball still loose, picked up by Terry. A minute remaining. Here goes Marion. Back to Nowitzki. Lefty layup, banks it in, and the game is tied. What a comeback from the Mavericks. Timeout Miami. A 17-2 run.
And Miami's gotten very poor shots down the stretch tonight.
Terry to Nowitzki, puts up the three, puts it in! Dallas goes up by 3 with 26.7 remaining. A 20-2 run.
They put Bosch on Nowitzki on this possession.
7 to shoot. Nowitzki drives, goes underneath, lefty layup, banks it in with 3.6 remaining. Back to Wade. Wade puts it up for the win. Off the mark, and Dallas has tied the finals with one of the most incredible comebacks in NBA Finals history.
Pick and roll with Diaz and House has really been effective.
Here's to the basket, out to Garnett. Good open look for Kevin Garnett. Garnett against Gasol. A high release from Kevin Garnett. He's got 14. Here's to Garnett. Garnett inside, backs it in, and a foul. What a play from Kevin Garnett. And the Celtics go up by 20. It's just a matter of the clock winding down.
Yo, what's up, people? What's up now? It's your boy Kelvin with Behind the Bench. Big shout out to everybody out there, man. Salute to y'all. Shout out to other guys in the group. JB, Rashad, Kobe Bryant Film Room, Big Dog Talk Sports. Y'all sub up, check out their page as we continue to grow and move forward. All right, got something a little different doing today. Got a buddy of mine coming in. He joining me for a different episode. We'll call it Barbershop Talk, and we're just gonna hit on topics that whatever we feel like talking about, and just go from there. Just see how it go. All right, on this first episode, we're gonna talk about kind of an ongoing debate that's been going on over the years that people talk about here and there. And it is Kevin Garnett versus Dirk. And our special guest is a buddy of mine. His name is Mark. I've mentioned him before. He's here with me, and we're going to talk about this Kevin Garnett versus Dirk Nowitzki. People have various opinions on it, and I'm just going to speak on it for a couple minutes. And, kind of go through how we feel about it and who we would take and who we like and whatever, and go from there. So, got Mark here. I'm going to let him speak. First question, who you like and why?
All right. It's fairly easy for me. I don't even think it's close.
Okay.
I know everyone loves Kevin Garnett. I know. He pretty much like the hood hero. Everyone loves his aggression, and they love everything he does as far as he's the emotional leader. But as far as on the court play, I don't even think it's close. So let's go through a little bit of this.
You don't think it's close?
I don't even think it's close. I think it's ridiculous when people even mention, like, just to get off of Dirk and KG for 1 second. I think it's ridiculous when people are mentioning Tim Duncan and any of these other guys.
I agree.
But especially Tim Duncan and KG, they be matching those guys up, and it's not even in the same stratosphere.
I agree. Tim Duncan is in a class by himself. To me, he's by far the greatest power forward ever, so he shouldn't even be mentioned. But getting back to KG and Dirk.
Okay,
continue.
So first of all, let me ask you one question, KB.
All right.
One question.
Okay.
KG and Dirk. Where would you have KG ranked on your power forward list? Your top power forward list. Where would you have him ranked?
Okay, well, I'm kind of like you. I know a lot of people, they're very high on Kevin Garnett. I've mentioned this before. I'm not a big Kevin Garnett fan as far as, power forwards. I would have, of course, Tim Duncan, Dirk ahead of him, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, maybe even Kevin McHale. But after those four, then you can start talking about Kevin Garnett for me. I'm not as high as everyone else on Kevin Garnett, So that's just me.
Okay.
I know it's a controversial take. I'm like you. Everybody like Kevin Garnett because, the energy, the excitement, and all the yelling and, the defense or whatever he so-called brings to the table. But I'm not as high as everyone else, kind of like you.
Okay.
So those four guys definitely. Duncan, Dirk, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, those guys ahead of Kevin Garnett, and then we can go from there. And maybe even Bob Pettit also. I forgot about him.
Yeah, Bob Pettit up there.
But then you start talking about Kevin Garnett. Go ahead.
But we're going to get to Bob Pettit shortly.
Okay.
So what I was just about to say is that I have Kevin Garnett at number 5.
Okay.
Right? I have Tim Duncan first. I actually think Charles Barkley is the most talented out of all the power forwards. He literally went at a time when no point power forward was actually shooting threes and shooting jumpers like that. He actually stretched it out to the 3-point line. Karl Malone was shooting 17-footers and things like that.
Right.
And Charles Barkley could actually pass. Not the fabricated pass where everybody be like, oh, KG can do everything. He can dribble, he can pass, he can shoot threes. I've never seen a player whose talent or performance on the actual court during the game did not translate to what I was watching. I'm not saying that he wasn't cold. I'm saying the way people spoke about Kevin Garnett, you would think he had handles like Rod Strickland and he passed like Steve Nash. He never even handled the ball that much. When you go back and look at prime KG,
Right.
KG did not handle the ball. Now, if you want to go and say, oh, in practice, he dominated and he did all the things and he handled the ball, because I heard in the Olympics tryouts and everything, they said KG could do everything. Right. But when I watched in the game, KG did not handle the ball. KG shot just as many spot-up jumpers as any other power forward in the league. He had an amazing post-up game. Right. Fade away over both shoulders. He could do all of it. But people talk like he was going coast to coast.
Like, all the time, yeah, nah. Kevin Garnett was more like 1 or 2 dribbles, pull up for that mid-range jump shot.
Max.
He would post up 1 or 2 dribbles, do his whatever, his move in the post.
Exactly.
Shoot the fadeaway jump shot, but no, he wasn't bringing the ball up full court like Dirk was. Dirk, in his younger years, would actually get the ball off the glass and go. Kevin Garnett wasn't doing that,
He got off the ball immediately.
Right.
I'm not saying he couldn't do it, but he did not do it in the game.
I agree.
And so a lot of people just remember Dirk for being this amazing shooter. But it kind of brings back the Larry Bird type of when people think about Larry Bird, they only think about him shooting, but he was such a great shooter. It makes them forget about how great of a passer he was, or how great of a rebounder he was. So Dirk was such a good shooter that people don't even remember him handling the balls a lot.
Right.
People don't remember him going coast to coast like Charles Barkley used to do.
Right.
Dirk did it all the time. It was like 3 or 4 different phases of Dirk Nowitzki's career with the Mavericks. You had Dirk with the beard, Dirk with the long hair, Dirk with the short hair, college cut, Dirk with the and these are all different players. The Dirk that wore the elbow pad on the left arm, those guys, those young Dirks, they were actually really athletic. He was really athletic. And if you go back, let's talk about a lot of people don't realize that Dirk is one of just 4 players who averaged 25 and 10.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that stat. Yeah, that was an amazing stat. Who was the 4 guy
in the playoffs? Though.
In the playoffs.
So that means he increased his productivity,
right?
Which a lot of great players don't do. Well, not a lot of great players, but that's what the great player is supposed to do. Right. If you average 21, in the regular season, you should be averaging 25, 26, 27, something else, because you got to take it to the next level.
Right.
Now, so who were those 4 players? Do you recall who those 4 players were?
I think wasn't it Elgin Baylor? Was one?
It's kind of shocking because I remember initially I was like, it's Shaquille O'Neal. I was thinking all of the big guys, but it was none of those guys. It's not Tim Duncan. It's not Shaquille O'Neal. It's none of those guys.
Was it Will Chamberlain? Was one of them? I can't remember.
I know. Bob Pettit was one of them.
Okay, Bob Pettit,
Elgin Baylor,
Dirk, and I can't remember.
I can't remember the 4th person.
Yeah, it was an amazing stat. I had to look it up. And I'll post it in the comment. I'll pin it in the comments. But it was only 4 guys in NBA history that averaged 25 and 10 in the playoffs. And Dirk was one of those 4 guys. I was like, wow. And I thought, okay, Shaq, Will Chamberlain. I don't think it was Will Chamberlain. I can't remember.
I don't think it was Will Chamberlain either.
I do remember Elgin Baylor.
And Bob Pettit. I remember Bob Pettit. Dirk, and I can't recall the last guy.
But it was an amazing stat, and I was like, wow. You know. So I again, man, Kevin Garnett, for whatever reason, after he retired, his legend for whatever reason grew. And for whatever reason, he is very, very popular with younger fans. And a lot of younger fans that did not even see him play in his best days. They see him later on with the Celtics and stuff like that. And for whatever reason, Kevin Garnett is a very, very popular guy. But I've just never been a big fan of Kevin Garnett.
It's the trash talk. That's what the hood like. They love the trash talk. They love the emotion. And KG was like one of the biggest trash talkers, but he was also one of the, I don't want to call him scary, but he wasn't going to do anything. Right. You know, he used to always be like chewing everybody out, cussing everybody out. What he tell Jakeem Noah? What he tell him? Jakeem Noah, man, teach me that move. He said
F you or something like that.
He said F you, get off my D.
Yeah.
He having them rough, man.
Yeah.
You know, but then he got to playing with Big Dwight Howard, and Dwight Howard was trying to get at him. He ran. Right. He said he said something about Honey Nut Cheerios to Carmelo Anthony White, and he was trying to plea bargain. He wanted to hold the white flag.
Carmelo came at him after the game in the tunnel. He didn't want none of that smoke, man.
Yeah.
So
fake tough guy.
Yeah.
Great player, but I'm gonna get back to the numbers and the stats though. So, when you think about Kevin Garnett, do you remember or do you see, as you always say, the clutch gene?
No, I do not. To me, Kevin Garnett did not have the clutch gene. Dirk is actually a very, very underrated clutch player in NBA history. He has a lot of big shots, big games, and big moments. We all know about the 2011 run, but if you look throughout Dirk's career, you can just go on YouTube and type up Dirk highlights. He had a lot of clutch shots and big moments. To me, Kevin Garnett does not have that. I know people in Boston are going to disagree when they hear this, and they love him and everything like that. But in Boston, he was an older player, and the league,
a third wheel.
Right. And when you needed big shots and big moments, it was Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. They weren't drawing up plays for Kevin Garnett, you know. So, to me, no. KG did not have the clutch gene. I'm not trying to, again, I know people when they hear this because they love Kevin Garnett, they're going to get mad or whatever, but he did not. They did not draw up plays a lot for him at the end of the game. He did not have the clutch gene. I'm sorry, he did not.
I seen in 1 year, that one playoff run in 2011, Dirk hit more shots in the playoffs than I seen KG hit clutch shots in his entire career.
Amazing.
I'm not being funny.
Amazing,
if y'all don't believe it, go look up the top 50 plays. It's one of the most hilarious top 50 plays I've seen. Was it top 50 plays or top 50 clutch plays? What was it?
It was top 50 plays, and most of Kevin Garnett stuff was dunks.
Hustle plays.
Hustle plays. And defensive plays, which he was a hell of a defensive player, but it's a difference, you know. And then Dirk, you look at his top 50 plays, a bunch of clutch shots, big time shots and big moments and stuff like that. Kevin Garnett had like maybe 2 or 3 shots, clutch shots, in that whole 50 plays. It was a lot of defensive blocks and a lot of yelling and
The same thing you would have seen Eduardo Nahara doing, diving on the floor and all that time. And I'm not knocking Kevin Garnett. I'm telling y'all what it is. I'm not calling it for what I want to see or just perspective. I'm telling you from what I observed, he 100% was a great player. Right. But it's a reason why everyone loves Kobe Bryant. Everyone loves Kobe Bryant. But Kobe wasn't excited about having KG on the Lakers team. The hardest working guy in basketball, the toughest guy, the Mamba, KG wanted to go to the Lakers. And guess what? Kobe didn't even respond.
Nah, he didn't.
It's a reason for that. But guess what? Kobe wanted Dirk to come to LA. Right. You know, whether he's seen the work ethic, because a lot of people underestimate Dirk's work ethic off the court, shooting all them crazy shots and doing all that with his trainer coach. Mm-hmm. Kobe wanted Dirk. He seen something in Dirk that he did not see in KG. I'm not saying that that KG not that good, but what I'm saying is Dirk gonna make them shots when Kobe couldn't get it.
Got a question.
Go ahead.
Okay. If you take Dirk off the 2011 team and you put Kevin Garnett there, do the Dallas Mavericks win that championship in 2000?
Absolutely not. They definitely don't get past OKC, but I'm not even sure if they get past Portland. Do you remember that game when Dirk went crazy against OKC? It's no way KG scoring 40-some points. And I think Dirk missed like 2 shots or something like that.
He made some tough shots.
On Nick Collison and Serge Ibaka, man. That was the year Serge Ibaka was Defensive Player of the Year, I believe.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I know a lot of people will want to think it was Tyson Chandler, but it was really Serge Ibaka. And Dirk made some of the toughest shots in that during that run. It's impossible that, because KG just not a prolific scorer. He could score, but he not prolific. He not gonna take the big shot. All those games against Portland, against the Lakers, against the Heat, Dirk had to make big shots. I'm not saying it was the last final shot, but it's the shot to stop a run, something of that nature, because the Mavericks was losing every game, seemed like was in the last quarter by 10 points. Yeah. And Dirk led the charge. It's no way, because Kevin Garnett not that type of a player.
Not to me.
Not offensively. No. Now, if you want to go back, if you go back and you say, okay, could Dirk, if he played with Boston, do you think the Celtics could have won? I'm like, possibly. I'm not giving it a guarantee, but I'm saying...
you already not going to talk about that defense. Man.
Well, okay. I'm glad you brought up defense.
Oh, yeah.
So, you talking about that you talking about the defense where Dirk averaged about 33, 34, and 16 on his supposed to be elite defender.
Right, yeah.
They played head to head. I'm not talking about the other players. I'm not talking about Steve Nash. I'm not talking about Sprewell or Sam Cassell or whoever. I'm not talking about any of those guys. Yeah. I'm talking about head to head.
Right.
That's KG's man. They both play power forward. You supposed to be this superstar defensive player. Stop him. He put up 33.3 and 15.7 the whole series.
And they cooked. They swept Minnesota.
But guess what? If you go back and look at all them stats, all those role players, they almost evened out.
Right.
The big difference was
that's the excuse. That's the excuse. Kevin Garnett didn't have no help in
Minnesota. Those 9 or 10 points. Go look at them 9 or 10 points was the difference.
Yeah.
You know, of them losing or even being in the game.
Right.
If KG was that guy on defense, so let's just say KG is a great defender, so that means Dirk an even greater offensive player because he had his way. Because they started out putting Sam Mitchell in him and everybody else on him, and nobody could stop Dirk. So they put KG on him. Guess what happened? They had to pull him off because he started getting in foul trouble. Yeah. I forgot who the announcer was. They said they had to take KG off of him because he getting him in foul trouble. And this was young Dirk. Yeah. This wasn't jump shooting. This was going around him, shooting layups, getting and one. It was something that Chauncey Billups said.
Oh, yeah.
Chauncey Billups said at the time when they played against the Mavericks, he said, man, I feel like we had the best power forward in the league. He said, we had Ticket. And he said, man, Ticket was scaring everybody. He said, man, Ticket gonna lock Dirk down. So when he said that, you know what that's telling y'all? Even though everybody want to throw it out there and say, "Oh man, the Mavericks had a better team," Chauncey Billups didn't feel that way. He basically said, "A ticket gonna lock Dirk down, and we gonna win. We gonna win this series." He said, "Man, Dirk went out there and destroyed it, man." He said that's what he said. He said Dirk went out there. He said we couldn't stop him, which means KG couldn't stop him. Yeah. So that's what his guy said, and he was being modest and humble or nice about it. When in reality, he really would love to say, "Man, Dirk just kicked his ass," right. But he put foots in him, but he wasn't gonna say that because I'm sure he got a relationship with him.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking at it now. KG was a 12-time All Defensive Player, and again, I don't want to take nothing. I know how y'all are. I don't want to take nothing away from KG and his defense. He was a hell of a defensive player, but to me, just kind of closes up. I got Dirk all day. As great as KG was, I do, he's a Hall of Famer, top 50 player of all time. He do deserve that. But if it's at the end of the game and it's a big moment and I need him to make a big play and make a big shot, it's not even close. Give me Dirk. Give me a lot of other players over Kevin Garnett. And even when they had their great team in 2004, when they made the conference finals, when they need to make big shots or big plays, it was Sam Cassell and Sprewell.
Right.
And then they lost to the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. So, again, I just keep it real. I'm not a big Kevin Garnett fan like everybody else. Give me Dirk, even though, Kevin Garnett technically a better defensive player. Dirk is able to carry a team farther with less. I'm sorry. I know people going to disagree. Y'all can put y'all comments in the comment section and I'll respond. But, I got Dirk. Who you say you got? I
got Dirk. I don't even think it's close. One of the 4 players averaged 25 and 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up and put it in the comments. I forgot who the other guy is, but it was an amazing stat, and we both got Dirk. Y'all let us know who y'all got in the comments. I know y'all love Kevin Garnett, and some of y'all gonna be upset or whatever, but it is what it is, man. So this is our first little run, a barbershop talk, a debate between KG and Dirk. I got Dirk. He got Dirk. Let me know. Y'all let me know who y'all got, KG or Dirk, in the comments. And maybe we'll do a part 2 to this. Responding back to the comments, what y'all put. And we'll just go from there. So anyway, man, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. It's been a long talk here. We'll catch y'all on the next episode. It's the first episode of Barbershop Talk. We got another one coming for y'all, so check that out. And catch y'all next time. Yeah.
Peace.